Okay, as you can see, I put some color on here. Now, as I just said, for me, putting some mask color on just helps me um, see a similar image here as I'm looking at in the mirror. It's all about feel. This stuff's all about feel. And it gets more and more precise as you go along, but right now, you're just really trying to get a feel for what you're looking at. You know, what before I went any farther down the head, I wanted to do that just so I get a little bit better comfort level because I want to go down and do this mouth area. It's very important. And I'm not too sure. I think I might have this nose too long. I can't tell until I get the mouth in. So remember, it's not. If you want to do an accurate picture, just be patient and work your way around it. Work your way in areas which give you trouble. Go ahead and play with them a little bit. Okay, so I'm gonna work my way down in this area of my mustache with a little darker color um, to see if basically to see if my nose is in the right place here. That's what I'm really looking for. Uh, Remember, if you've made a mistake and your measurements are wrong, and by working in turpentine and very very thin right now, you can change those. You can fix those problem areas. So I'm not worried about it at all. I know that I'm not going to ruin this picture at this stage. A lot of times, people put on so much paint and they get so precise, but they're precise and they're wrong at the same time. So what happens? You can't change it, not without messing up the canvas. So I don't do that. Again, it's understanding the procedure so you can make mistakes and um, and still be all right because you can take it off and change it. Always got to be able to change it. Again, I'm identifying the the important highlights and shadows. All of these things that I'm doing here, I'm working my way down to this area. But a lot of times I'll see something that's obvious error, uh, and I'll move. You can move if you want to move. I sort of try and work my way around the canvas as much as I can. And eventually, you want to get to where you want to be. But I'm just using that whitey gray color I used for my hair up here. I'm using it in my mustache too, and it's more what I'm looking for more than anything else right now is size and shape relationship, capturing the right size of this mustache. It's got to look really funny to you right at the moment. It looks funny to me, but I'm not worried about it because I know where this image is going. All right. Well, I wish I had a better looking model, but I'll tell you, you get what you can get. Cheap. I'm cheap. Most painters paint self-portraits, and although it's a great thing to do. Uh, Painters paint self-portraits because they got nothing better to do. Okay, now I'm going to put a defining lip down here. You see that I'm still using my skin tones, and I'm letting them run into this mustache area because it won't hurt it. You know, you can always see skin through the mustache, so it's not going to hurt it if you allow some browns and stuff to run into the mustache area. Now I'm going to take a little bit bigger brush, and I'm going to throw in just a little bit more color over here in this hair area. And you see how much darker I'm making it. That's because to the eye and the overall composition, it doesn't look white. It looks darker. And I know if I want to lighten it up, I'm going to be working on this whole painting light over dark. So I'm making all the dark colors much darker than they really are going to end up. But I know that I can always lighten up, and that's what I'm doing now. So and that's very, very rough, and I'm not taking it all the way down the bottom. And I'll take my little rag here, and I'm just going to rub that out a little bit, soften it up so I don't get my fingers in it mainly, but it still maintains some of that little darker effect. Okay? Now I'm going to continue on here so you don't get too bored watching me paint my mouth and my chin, but I'm following the same process. I'm just going to identify this mouth and chin area. Okay?